Trace Urban. We love hip-hop and R&B.
Welcome to Trace Stars, the best of stars from Africa and beyond. Lined up this week, the Urban Hit. In guest star, an exclusive encounter with the Black Eyed Peas for their new album, The Beginning. And always more guests. In Trace Stars, there is also news, the top gossip with D'banj. We caught up with him in New York in the studio with Snoop Dogg and Kanye West. And this week's Top Sexy Girls. We kick off with the best of music in the Urban Hit, from the 10th to 8th place. Number 10.
Damn, I like the way that you move, so give it to me. 'Cause I already know what you wanna do. Here's the situation, been to every nation. Nobody's ever made me feel the way that you do. You know my motivation, given my reputation. Please excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, but tonight I'm loving you.
She go.
Number 9.
Yeah, Mama's mustache. Yeah, let's go. All right now.
Fucked up, I don't see you no more. I ain't seen since back in the day. About 2 or 3 years don't go by, but I can still see your face. Heard about how you got them kids now, but your body still looking good. And girl, you ain't came my way, but damn, I wish you would. Now when I see you walking past me, looking good, I'ma let you know. Girl, I'ma say, and if you and your girls got it going on, I'ma let you know. Girl, I'ma say,
welcome to
Number 8.
silly life. Mistreated, misplaced, misunderstood, knowing it's so good, it didn't slow me down. Mistaken, always second guessing, underestimated, look, I'm still around. Pretty, pretty, please, don't you ever feel like you're less than perfect. Pretty, pretty, please, if you ever feel like you're nothing, you are perfect to me.
Without further ado, the top gossip. Number 5 of this week's top new, Snoop Dogg and D'banj. A luxury mansion, hot girls, wads of bills, jewels, cars. Nothing's missing for the collaboration between the Nigerian star D'banj and rapper Snoop Dogg. After all, like the title of the track, Mr. Endowed indicates, these gentlemen are very, how would you say, lucky?
Look at me now.
Number 4, Chris Brown. With his new single Look at Me Now, singer Chris Brown was not kidding. One of his exes put a picture showing him completely naked online. With the upcoming release of his new album, this almost seems like the best way of promoting it, don't you think? Number 3, Lupe Fiasco. We all witnessed the success of the track Nothing on You by B.O.B. last year. What we didn't know was that it was initially made for Lupe Fiasco, but his record company didn't want him to perform the future hit. So the rapper was devastated when the track became such a success. He even had suicidal thoughts, maybe a bit rash just for a track. Number 2, Whitney Houston. Her daughter, Bobby Christina Brown, just barely 18, is at the heart of a series of scandals. After making headlines for pictures showing her taking cocaine, the young woman is making news with a sex tape. A man reportedly offered American Sights a video of the star making love when she was still underage. Number 1, Rihanna. The artist was seen leaving a sex shop in Australia where she seemed to have bought herself a few things. After her video S&M, a note to sadism and masochism, it really looks like the days when Rihanna was an innocent young girl fresh from her native Barbados are long gone. And now it's time to catch up with the guest of Trace Stars.
a super
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
With I Got a Feeling, the Black Eyed Peas got crowds all around the world dancing. Positive lyrics and irresistible rhythm, the track soon became the incontrovertible anthem of 2010.
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
And with this track that sold 20 million copies, will.i.am, Fergie, Taboo, and Apple Diap popularized a new genre, feel-good music. Music made for partying and letting go. Let's look back at the smashing success of this visionary group on the occasion of the release of their new album. Tuesday, December the 20th, will.i.am was in Paris to present the Black Eyed Peas' sixth album, The Beginning. The group's emblematic leader was alone to present it to the press. Rangers on his feet, a studded glove, a red band on his right arm like Michael Jackson's, will.i.am cares about his style as much as he does his music.
I'm not a label whore. I just like to, put in, combinations of different styles and fabrics. I like Gucci glasses, but I like plastic glasses that cost $1.
Okay.
I just love clothes. I love France fashion. I love Korean fashion. Right now they're mega.
And like their look, the music produced by the Black Eyed Peas is constantly evolving, out with the overly rapped R&B style of their beginnings, in with a combination of genres, enough to outrage certain fervent defenders of hip-hop in its purest form.
You have a beat, you have rapping, you have a hip-hop aesthetic, you incorporate the hip-hop culture, dance, DJing, the whole nine. Yeah, I think they are hip-hop. I definitely think the Black Eyed Peas are hip-hop. I wouldn't say that they're rock, and I wouldn't definitely relegate them to just pop. They're pop rap.
Being both pop and rap, that is no doubt the key to the Black Eyed Peas' success. And it's with their fifth album that the band finally managed to free itself from its hip-hop denomination. Flashback to May 2009, the Black Eyed Peas were getting ready to release their fifth album, The End. Led by will.i.am, the group started taking a global approach to music and creating dance tracks tailored for the clubs.
Black Eyed Peas, we've always evolved. From our first record, was very jazzy. Second record was real funky. Our third record was real melodic. Our fourth record was kind of like the third record. And then this record, fifth, supersonic zoom. Y'all see that spaceship? Out of space.
Be worldwide, international. I'ma be in Rio, rockin' Tokyo. I'ma be brilliant with my million.
R&B is only played in R&B places. But dance music is like, it's like the whole world. You go to China, right? You're in a club in China, and they're playing house. Same song they're playing in China, they're playing in Brazil, in Australia, Japan, Singapore, Malaysia, London, France. They're playing it all around the world. And half of the times, I don't know what these guys look like. Right? I don't know what their face is. I don't know who they are. I just know the song.
And what better way to create club tracks than to approach the people who were already producing that kind of music? At the time, a Frenchman had built himself a solid reputation on the international clubbing scene, David Guetta, and the hip-hop group made a wild gamble to work with a DJ who hadn't yet established a name or a career for himself in the United States. Funnily enough, it all started in France. I was playing in Cannes at a club called Le Palais, and Kelly Rowland wanted to meet me because she loved Love Is Gone. She was there that night and heard me playing the instrumental of When Love Takes Over. She came over to see me and told me she loved the track and asked me what it was. I told her it was a track I produced. She offered to write and sing on it. That same week, will.i.am phoned me up. I didn't know him at all, so he phoned me up and asked me if I wanted to send him some tracks for the Black Eyed Peas album. I sent him some tracks, he selected a few. I went to Los Angeles and produced I Got a Feeling and Rock That Body.
Jusqu'à Lady Gaga.
Before Lady Gaga, that I consider more like pop, and apart from I Got a Feeling and Sexy Bitch,
I Got a Feeling et Sexy Bitch, il n'y avait pas de
There weren't those kinds of tracks with such high tempos getting radio airplay.
qui passait à la
There was nothing like it.
Donc c'était quand même super.
So it was really pretty risky for one of the highest selling groups in the world, like the Black Eyed Peas, to come and work with someone like me.
Comme Black Eyed Peas de venir travailler avec quelqu'un comme moi.
A risky move that paid off. The Black Eyed Peas craze has taken over the airwaves. The group is constantly setting new records. Their single I Got a Feeling became the most downloaded track of all time with its 6 million copies sold online. The band also made it into the Guinness Book of World Records with the highest ever concert performed on an aircraft.
These guys have had big years after big years after big years. They've been brought into they had theme songs in the NBA during the playoffs. I mean, these guys are everywhere. will.i.am is really smart, and I read somewhere, I think it was in a Wall Street Journal, about how he's one of the smartest artists out here. He's one of the most bankable artists because he understands music. And for many years, the Black Eyed Peas would not sell because no one would buy into their brand.
But what also contributed to the group's success was Fergie's arrival in 2003 for the band's third album, Elefunk. The Black Eyed Peas started off as a trio after all, with will.i.am, Taboo, and Apple Diap.
Fergie, I think, brings a lot to the group because before she was added to the group, no one really cared about the Black Eyed Peas brand. And I think it was a smart business move strategically to add her to the group. Number one, a female. Number two, a white female, so that it's not just, they're not just relegated to like urban hip hop music. They're now a pop act. People paid attention when Fergie came to the group. Her sound, her image, kind of really enhanced the whole international image of what the Black Eyed Peas is.
And beyond the musical and creative aspect, the Black Eyed Peas rapidly understood the transformations taking place in the music industry.
We used to all get magazines and look at them and go to record stores and buy CDs and vinyl and tape. And we don't do that anymore. We're on the go. We get it on the phone. We're listening to it on the phone. We send what we think about it on the phone. We're all connected via phones and computers. And this is really the beginning of this era.